Yo, what is going on, guys? OddlyPlushie back here with another video, and today we have another plushie haul. Now, I just made a video yesterday. I'm making the video the same day as the video yesterday. So as you guys can see, I'm wearing the same clothes, I'm wearing same everything because I'm making these videos back to back. So you guys are getting videos in 2 days in a row. Don't expect this to happen too often because I don't buy plushies that often anymore. So whenever I do, I try to make a huge haul video like we're doing today. So we're just going to get straight into this video because we have some really cool plushies that I cannot wait to show you guys. So please do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already. I really would appreciate it. And let's just get straight into this video. The first plushie that we are going to be looking at is this Animal Crossing plushie, and this sucker is pretty big, and I am getting him for $5. And now once again, if you guys have not seen yesterday's video, go check that out because a couple of these plushies I'm going to be showing you guys again because this right here ended up getting broke. I ripped out the Goodwill tag and it put like a hole in his ear, and my girlfriend ended up fixing it. She did an amazing job. So this is the first one that we end up getting for, I believe, like I said, $5. Yeah, I believe I got it for $5 from Goodwill. So this was such a good find, and it has its original tag too, which is really cool. And the next one that we have is a Mario. Some of these I feel like I may have showed before. If I have, I do apologize. I kind of lose track all the time of plushies that I have showed versus what I have not shown. I do not believe I have showed this one. Once again, I could be wrong, but we have a Mario. His head is a little lopsided. It kind of goes with the Yoshi that we have. I showed that in another video, and his head is a little lopsided because he's definitely bottom heavy instead of, well, I guess he's top heavy, I should say. He's top heavy, and his head is a little, yeah, just a little bit. But once again, my girlfriend ended up fixing him as well. There was definitely a little spot. It definitely doesn't blend in with the blue, but that is completely fine. It's better than having all the stuffing, you know, coming out of him. So this was another really cool find. I believe we ended up paying $5 to $7 for this one, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was $7 that we paid for him, but it was still a really cool find, and I'm glad that we could pick this one up. And now I have a bunch of plushies on the table. These are all the plushies that I won from the claw machine. Every single one of these I end up winning from the claw machine. I end up winning 2 of the plushies from the mall, and then I won the rest of the plushies from a claw machine from a local gas station that me and my girlfriend go to. And we end up spending like over $20 to win all of these, and honestly, in my opinion, it was totally worth it. So we're gonna start out with the plushies that we won at the mall, which was only 2 of them, but they were really good wins. The first one we have is this colorful Scooby-Doo who has a red string on him. Is a colorful Scooby-Doo, a nice little licensed plush we end up winning from the mall. Here's the tag on him. Unfortunately, he does not have its original tag on him. Unfortunately, I would like to have the tag on him, but it is what it is. So this was a really cool win. And then I ended up winning these back to back. And the next one that we have is Gumball from the Amazing World of Gumball. I believe the other one, the orange fish, his name is Darwin, if I'm not mistaken. And Darwin, I was actually so close to winning. This was like a few weeks ago. He was in the claw machine, and I was so close to winning him. And then I came back, and this one was in there, and I won him on my very first try. And so this one was such a good win, and I am glad that I was able to get him. So still two really cool prizes. Now I just need to get Darwin to go with Gumball from the Amazing World of Gumball. But definitely a cool licensed plush. And the next one that we have is this gemstone creature thing. I have no idea. The tag, it just says good stuff, so I have no idea. But I ended up winning this from the claw machine. I had to spend like a few dollars to try to get this one. I don't know why I wanted it so bad, but to be fair, he or she, I think it's a she, maybe, it looks pretty cool. So I'm glad that I was able to win him. And now we have the rest of these plushies on the table that I ended up winning yesterday. I had like 20 something dollars in ones, and I was just trying to go for a couple things, and I ended up winning a ton and spent all my ones. I probably should have saved some of them, but there's a couple in here that I'm glad that I was able to get, because I ended up getting two of them that were towards the end, so that's why I spent so much money. But they're really cool licensed plushies. So the first one that we have is a capybara, and he has a little donut floaty thing. I think this one was pretty cool. My girlfriend wanted to leave it there. We actually won another prize that we ended up leaving on the claw machine for some little kid to come get. But we have this capybara with a donut plushie that we ended up taking home. My girlfriend wanted to keep it there, but I thought it was really adorable, so I decided to keep it. And next one we have is this blue dog thing. I kind of like the eyes. The eyes are kind of adorable. This one was definitely a hit or a miss. I could have left it there if I really wanted to, but it was still adorable, so we decided to keep them. And the next one that we have is a Cardinals bear. The St. Louis Cardinals is a baseball team, sort of local to this area, mainly local to where I used to live. And he has a little thingy from its original tag on it. I'll have to cut that off later. But we ended up winning this Cardinals bear. I was just mainly some of these I won just to get out of the way for the main plushies that I was trying to go for. But Cardinals bear, pretty cool. And the next one we have a sloth with a whatever pink thing this is. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's adorable, so we definitely kept it. We really like sloths. So, and the next one we have this angry / sad looking koala bear. Some of these are from the same company, Machi World. I don't know, never heard of the company, but we end up winning him as well, mainly to once again just kind of get it out of the way. But it's adorable. Now these were the main two that we were going for, mainly him. We have Poe from Kung Fu Panda, and this one is so adorable, especially with the eyes. The eyes are actually insanely, his like hair is coming off. I did not spend that much money for hair to start coming off. Like, seriously? Whatever. So, we do have Poe from Kung Fu Panda, and this one, we spent quite a few dollars to try to get, because just of how like, I'm not gonna say he's heavy, but he's sort of wide, especially with his arms. He's a wide plushie, and the claw is not that big, but somehow we managed to get him out, and it took quite a few tries, but we ended up winning him. So this was a cool one. And the final one we won from the claw machine is this one, and this is from Masters of the Universe. I forgot what his name was. I have no idea. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below, because I have no clue what his name is. But my girlfriend actually ended up noticing him, and I've never seen the show, but she used to watch it when she was younger with her dad, and so she recognized who it was, and I thought it was really cool. And she said it kind of looked like one of the characters, and I didn't know exactly what she was talking about, but I tried to go for it a few times, and I finally ended up winning him. So that was a really cool prize to win. Unfortunately, there's no tag on there, but it was still a really cool one to get. And the next two that we have, we ended up buying these from someone off Facebook. The first one we have is this Stitch and an Easter egg, and it's actually a baby toy. We didn't know it was a baby toy, but it's still really cool because we absolutely love Stitch, and it's definitely gonna go towards the Stitch collection. So we were happy to get this one, even though it is a baby toy, as you can see, but it was still a really cool one to get. And the next one that we end up getting is Squirt from Finding Nemo. This one was definitely a cool one to have on his little flipper thing right here. We have the original Disney tag, and it should show it on here possibly. Yeah, it's from the Disney store. Unfortunately, I don't see a date on here. I do not believe so. Yeah, there's no date on here, but this one was a really cool one to get. We ended up paying, I believe, $5 for this one, and the Stitch we ended up paying, I believe, $5 as well. So there were definitely some really cool finds, and once again, we found these on Facebook from a seller, and she sold them both to us. But this one was really cool because we do not have this one yet, and that Stitch we also don't have, but we have lots of Stitches. But this is the first one of Finding Nemo, of the turtle of Squirt that we have. So I'm so glad we were able to get this one. In the next ones that we have a bunch of like Beanie Babies that we have. This one I actually thought was pretty cool. He's like a praying bear, and I thought this one was kind of cool, but I got all these in two separate bags. I forgot which ones went to which ones. I have no idea. But first we have this little dragon thing. I honestly bought these just for a fact of these other two that I will be showing in just a second. We have a unicorn Beanie Baby, a giraffe Beanie Baby, and then, like I said, the praying bear, which this one I really do like, actually. That one is pretty cool. So I'm glad we got that one. But I bought those bags for these two. First, we have Peter Rabbit. It's a tiny version of Peter Rabbit, and this one is actually super cool. I don't think I have one of Peter Rabbit yet, so this is definitely my first one. And the second one that we end up getting is this turtle, and his eye has like this X, and he's actually missing his hand, which was on purpose, I believe, because of this part right here. So it does have a little symbol. I didn't look up if this goes for anything, but this was definitely a really cool find. It looks like this is from 2013, and it says Sheldon Draco. I'm not exactly sure. Never really heard of this kind, but it was still a really cool one to get, and I'm glad we're able to pick this one up. I actually really like this one. The next ones that we have this Blues Bear. My girlfriend ended up getting this for like a quarter or 50 cents from the thrift store, so that was a really cool one to get because I'm a huge Blues fan. And the next one that she ended up getting, this was for like $1, and this is a Stitch pillow. She saw the back of it and she goes, that kind of looks like Stitch, and she looked at the front, and this is so adorable. Once again, she only paid $1 for this, and this was such a good find. I'm glad she was able to pick this up, and it's going to go straight into our Stitch collection. So unfortunately, we are running out of Stitch stuff, our Stitch room for our Stitches, but this one was seriously a really cool find. And the next ones that we have are these like pool / bath toys, and they're Lilo and Stitch bath toys, and we end up finding these in a little Savers bag. And so we have Lilo, we have Stitch, we have Scrump, we have Jumba, I believe his name is, and we have Angel as well. And we end up paying like $5 for the entire bag, and it has all these Stitch pool toys, and these are seriously so cool. So of course they're gonna go into our Stitch collection. But as soon as I found these, I was like, yep, we are definitely getting these. So that is really, really cool. The next one we have is a Squishmallow, and this is I forgot what her name is, but she's from The Princess and the Frog. Unfortunately, it looks like her tag was like ripped off from here. So, but it's not that bad. It's not bad enough where it needs to be like stitched up, but she was in pretty good condition. She just needed to get washed, and she did, and now she's in very, very good condition. So we have the girl from The Princess and the Frog. And the next ones that we have, I believe I paid like $10, $15 for these, and we have a bunch of the original Angry Birds. We have the yellow one. I don't know the exact names of what they're called. I just know that they're Angry Birds. We have one of the pigs. We have one of the white birds. We have one of the blue birds. And we have two of the red birds. One is smaller and one is bigger. I actually already have one of these bigger red ones. I don't know if they're the exact same. It doesn't look like it. It looks like the other one's like a lot smoother, and this one's more fluffier. But I ended up getting these two, and I ended up getting one of the green pigs with the original crown on it. And this is just seriously so cool. I forgot, like I said, I think I paid like $10 to $15, something like that, for all of these, and I ended up finding these on Facebook, so it was a really, really cool find. By the way, I just want to show you guys, this is a ball that my girlfriend won. So I never really show off like the balls that she wins from the claw machine, because she says this is the only thing that she can ever win from a claw machine is a ball. So yeah, it's the Flash, which is cool, I guess. I love the Flash, so it works. This is the next thing that I ended up getting for, I believe I paid $7 for it, and it is one of the U2s. It's a Squidward reading a book. This is something I may have already shown in the past. If I have, I do apologize. I don't really remember, but he's like sitting in his cashier boat and he's reading a book, and this is a super cool, and this is number 5. I don't know exactly how many there are in total, but this is Bored Squidward. So really cool one to have. And for the next one that we have is this reversible stuffed animal thing. I think this is from a YouTuber, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys have any idea, let me know. But yeah. And the next one that we have is Buddy the Elf. I ended up finding this from Goodwill not too long ago, and this one is originally from Kohl's Cares, Good for Good. It has that tag, but it is Buddy the Elf. And once again, I ended up getting him from Goodwill. I believe I only paid like $3 for this one. So that was a really cool find. I'm glad I could get him. This is another thing that I believe I may have already shown in the past. I don't know for sure, but it is a Build-A-Bear and is a Jurassic World dinosaur. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this might be blue, or this could be the giant T-Rex. I'm not really sure, but it is super adorable, and I'm glad that I was able to pick this one up. I believe we only paid like probably $5 for him, so it was a cool find. But once again, I don't know if I showed you guys this before or not. Here's the next thing. We have this Star Wars, I believe this is Kylo Ren. This is also another thing that I may have already shown you guys. If I'm not mistaken, I may have already shown you guys. I don't know for sure though. But we have Kylo Ren. So, pretty cool. The next one that we have is Rocket. I believe I forgot to show you guys this in the last haul video, but we have Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. This one was a really cool one to find, and I believe I paid $5 for this at Goodwill. But this one was a really cool one to find. I'm glad that I was able to find this, because I believe the only plushie of Guardians of the Galaxy that we have is Groot. I don't know if we have any of the others, but we do have Rocket. This one's a cool one. The next one that we have, I actually still have the Savers tag. It was $3.49 at Savers. Let me go ahead and take its tag off. But this is the next one we have. We have Stitch, but he has 4 arms. We do not have a Stitch that has 4 arms, at least not to my knowledge. But we do have an original Stitch that does have his 4 arms, and this one was so cool. And like I said, we paid $3.49 for it, and this one was definitely a one that we wanted to keep. My girlfriend ended up finding this one, and she goes, yeah, we definitely need to get this one, because we do not have an original Stitch with 4 arms. So that's the only reason we ended up getting him, is because of the extra 2 arms. So that was a really, really cool find. The next thing that I have, and this is one of the cooler plushies that we ended up finding, this is a Energizer plushie from Ty from TY, and this one is so cool. It's the rabbit beating the drums, and like I said, this one was just so cool. As soon as I found this, I knew that we had to get it. So, and I'm glad it has its original Ty tag on there as well. So this was a really, really cool find, and he's in very good condition too. So I'm glad I was able to get him. The next thing that we have, I don't believe I have showed you guys this one yet, but we have Puss in Boots, and it's the one where he's holding his hat, and you know, he gives those tiny little kitty cat eyes, and it's just so adorable. And I'm glad that we were able to get this one. My girlfriend ended up finding this at the thrift store. I believe she only paid $1 for it. The only problem with him is his eyes are very dirty. We tried cleaning them, but it would not come off, unfortunately. So we're just gonna keep them as is, and this one was a really, really cool find. So like I said, I think she only paid like $1 for it at a thrift store close to us. So this was a cool one to get. This could be another one that I may have already shown you guys, but we have Patrick, but he has the disguise on with the fake nose and mustache from the magic store, and this is such a cool one to get. We ended up getting this one from Five Below, and we ended up getting a few other things. I don't know exactly where those things are, but this is just so cool, and I'm glad that we were able to get him, because this is a really cool one. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe I paid like $6 or $7, something like that, but a really cool find. And now we are down to our last 3 plushies, and they go together. So we're gonna bring 1, we're gonna bring 2, and we're gonna bring 3. We have 3 black bears, and these are the 3 brothers from Brave. These are the 3 triplets from Brave, and these were so cool to find. I could not believe I was able to find these. I believe the lady was asking 15. I told her I'd give her 20 if she held on to them for me, because I wasn't able to go over there and get them right at that time, and she said that is completely fine. So she held on to them for me for an extra $5, and it was totally worth the $5. So we have the 3 twins, or the 3 triplets from Brave. These are so freaking cool, and I'm so glad I was able to get these. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already. I really would appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, later.
I can shake 'em, I can. I'm a tough tootin' baby, I can punch your buns. Punch your buns.